up and down on his lap, appearing to engage in sexual intercourse.
Can we call that the reverse Santa?
I think it's wrong.
The pair.
I think we could call that approaching
Reverse
the bench.
magistrate.
No, that's a good old-fashioned chair stacking.
Yeah.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey, Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population you. Population Stelling. Beth Stelling. Yay. You're here. We're so happy you're
Good to
here.
see you.
It's great to see you.
Oh my gosh, this is so fun. You brought a lighthearted book with you.
I did.
Show them the book. Show
So
the
this
book.
is your new book.
Just got it
It's
in the
called
mail.
Men Who Hate Women.
I'm just trying to understand.
I
think it would be a lot thicker. Shouldn't it say volume 1 or abridged?
Volume 1 of 25. Part A. It's going to be like, that could have just been titled Men.
1A.
1A, subsection A.
I just opened it up. It says Chapter 1, Men Who Hate Women. Chapter 2, Men Who Prey on Women. Chapter 3, Men Who Avoid Women. Chapter 4, Men Who Blame Women. It keeps getting better.
Oh, my God. This is all the
We
men
are
in the
none
world.
of
those people. So,
And then it says, at the bottom it says, very short epilogue. A few good men. The movie.
Chapter 10, Men Who Hate Men Who Hate Women.
wow.
What?
Okay, look.
Chapter
anybody
11.
who wants to join the book club.
If you have a set tonight, you could just read that.
You could just literally read the chapters.
You could at least start out by
Very
reading.
Kaufman of me.
Yeah,
Chapter 11,
But it would
Open
kill.
Mic Comics. Anyway.
Well, welcome back to Dumb People.
Yes.
Welcome back
It's
to
great to have you
having
back.
me. I like
Yes.
this set. It's very fun.
Thank you.
The world is dumb. The world's getting dumber. I
Staying
believe.
dumb.
Staying
Yeah.
dumb and like
It's just
sliding
getting
off the
way
cliff.
more okay to be dumb.
Yeah.
Like, no matter how dumb you are, you will find a Facebook group that says, you're one of us. Get over here.
Get over here. We're right.
I've never identified more than I have now as an elitist.
And you got pushed into it. You didn't go
You're like,
towards
I don't
it.
want this,
I
you
didn't
guys.
You
wanna
were
be this
marginalized
way.
into it.
I'm a
Yes.
normal human
You're
being.
like the person who's a psychic who gets like psychic messages. I don't want this power.
I don't want this for
I don't want
myself,
this
but-
power of elitism. I don't
I
want
want to
it.
hear
I'm a
people's
woman of the
dead
people.
relatives. So anyway, we try and make sense of it through this wonderful world. Our fans send us stories, and then not like the last time you came, we've sort of switched it up a little bit.
Ooh.
Each of us do a story. Me, Jay, and Dan. So Dan, are you the first one, Dan?
am the very
All right, Dan,
first.
let's
Out of
jump
the
into it.
gates.
Story
Ready?
1. Yes.
Here we go. Sent in by Brian W. Lance. And then they wrote,
new?
you gotta be blanced.
You gotta be.
Yeah,
Isn't that
B.
a-
Lance.
You
It's a
gotta be
Desiree
black.
song. Yeah, you
Gotta
gotta
be
be bold.
I
You
love
gotta
that
be
song.
answered.
And
Number one
I think
singer.
Ellen Cleghorn did a
Desiree.
spoof on SNL about OJ. You gotta run fast. You gotta get away from him.
You gotta get down when you're in a car chase.
At Blantz79
Okay.
with a Z. Here we go. Headline is this: couple caught having sex in Toowoomba courthouse. Toowoomba feels Australian.
That's where you go for a yoga retreat
Yeah.
in Mexico.
T-O-O.
Oh, no, that's
Toowoomba.
Tulum. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, Toowoomba sounds like a noise you make when you're having sex.
Ooh.
Is that the spot? Just make that noise. So they're in the courthouse.
They're in the Toowoomba courtroom. They're like, "We're got to do this."
Maybe they said all rise, and he just did.
He just did.
Into her nonsense.
Public sex. I've never understood.
Yeah.
That has
much
to
pressure.
be. No. That has to be part of it.
Yes.
Like we're not gonna.
I
Like
can understand people being like, "Do you want to do this right here?"
But like,
with
think about
no one
all the
watching.
things we can't understand. You know what I mean?
That's
Like
fair.
someone who's an alcoholic. It's
Yes,
like,
true as well.
I'm so glad I don't have to deal with that.
Yes.
I
It's
can't
just the
understand
part
that.
where people they want other people to watch. I guess that's like exhibitionism, but
so, Dan, when I was a kid, like a little kid, and I'd be in a swimming pool, and they'd be like, "Adult swim," all the kids out of the pool.
Sure.
I would like stay
Same
in the
thing.
pool till the very end, and like there would just, I'm just gonna say, there was a little tingling feeling down in my loins, and I might have been peeing, but just
Probably were peeing.
I think the excitement of like,
I'm not
come
supposed
get
to
me
be
out of
here.
this pool.
I'm not supposed to.
Come get me. They said I
Breaking the
can't.
rule.
Yeah.
Breaking the rule.
Like,
is
come
exciting.
get me out of
There's
this
a
pool.
little bit of danger to it. We
Yeah,
shouldn't do
I guess
this.
I'm assuming that might be part of it.
Yeah, getting reprimanded. I mean, there's definitely men I've been with who would like me to be more like teacher, mommy to them. For sure.
But like, all my years
very
working at
bad.
bars, I understood that people would like two very happily consenting people would sneak into a bathroom and want to go fuck each other. I got that.
But in a bathroom, I don't get the bathroom.
Can I just say this?
I
Okay, this
understood.
came up in a green room actually.
Really? Let's go.
Yes,
Okay.
recently.
Let's get
So
into it.
The guys were like, well, like, I think, yes, I was the only woman in the green room, and they were talking about somebody going off and having sex with several women in one night in the bathroom at this club. It wasn't
Oh
any
my
of
God.
them, but it was someone they knew.
Okay, yeah.
And it's just like our world is so, we're so damaged.
Yeah.
No female orgasms were happening in that bathroom.
No, not one.
Not a
Including
single
Top
one.
Gun.
Even if the
How
only
could the
thing,
guy even 4 times?
even
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, that's
as
maybe
well.
like how did he reload?
Yeah, he's maybe fooling around in there.
well,
but he's really,
I don't know that he's having sex every time.
That's what
but
I'm saying.
Or,
Yeah.
or
Or I guess it could have been Coke, but
Yeah.
they assumed it was.
I mean,
sex.
the other thing is like,
Viagra.
even if you're smelling just the soap, like the bath, all the
kind of sex
smells
act
that
is
come
that?
out of a bathroom.
Ugh. Also, like even like I feel like men's piss has like a 3-meter reach of splash.
Oh, it's
like if I was
everywhere.
holding onto the
It's
wall,
horrible.
getting, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yes.
ugh.
Ew.
I'm
What
too
is-
much of a germaphobe to bone in a bathroom.
No, like that is. It's to me the point.
You go to
where,
the
like,
bartender. Do you guys have a sex lounge?
No, but the bathroom says, and he got 4 people to consent to the
Yeah.
idea that there's nowhere else for us to go.
Yeah.
Right.
This is
The
it.
club gave you a hotel room.
Right. Just keep people in the lobby and like
Oh,
cycle them
yeah,
in.
that's terrible.
Lord.
Standing sex
Also,
will
like,
never really do it for
Standing
me.
sex
Never.
is too much
No,
effort.
no.
Standing sex is we're gonna get caught, and maybe again that's part of
I
it.
think the only time I had standing sex recently was when I had COVID, so my mouth needed to be facing.
You're like, I need to be in a different
I
direction.
have to go. I love that you're like, I'm still
You're
not
into-
going to take a
into-
break
my
from
legs
sex.
are so weak, I'm shaking.
Right.
You're
You're
like-
into a vent, so you're breathing out.
You're like, this has to end quickly.
A young
because
gas
I
mask.
can't breathe.
A
My
young-
Like, no
glasses are
problem.
getting fogged by the mask that I'm wearing.
A young couple who had public sex in a courtroom foyer
Foyer. This is not the bathroom.
has been sentenced for their quote outrageous behavior after a court heard it was simply a exuberance of affection.
Right. I'm so excited about the verdict.
Right.
Is that how you, that's one way to select a jury, folks.
That is.
Shemeka Julie Leading, Shameka. Shemeka.
Shemeka. Hassan Pfeffer Incorporated.
May
Rest in,
she
peace. Rest in peace, Cindy Williams.
Both of them.
You lost me.
Shemeka Julie Leading was due to appear in Toowoomba Magistrates Court in June 28, 2022 for an unrelated matter.
So sometimes you're
So
waiting
she's
for a
summoned to
courtroom
court.
to, like, she's out in the foyer and she's waiting to
So
go
what
in.
am I
and
going to play Candy Crush?
she was there and being supported by, soon to be very supported by her partner, this name, Jake James Quinn.
Jake
James.
Jake.
Not Jacob.
Jacob James.
Jake
Okay.
James.
Jake
Quinn.
James.
Quinn.
If his official name is Jake.
Jake James.
That's right. That's
Jake.
just all you
his
need.
porn name would be
They should
Jake
have gone
James.
Jake Jim. Yeah, Jake.
Jake
Jingleheimer
James.
Trent.
Jake Jim Quinn.
Yes.
Jake Jim.
What about JJ Quinn?
Yeah, like
JJ Quinn?
JJ
JJ.
Quinn, I'll take. I'll
JJ
take a
Quinn.
JJ
JJ
Quinn.
Quinn is like
JJ is a cool name.
Yeah.
JJ Quinn
JJ
is like a jazz saxophonist.
Sure, yeah. Or like a top.
This guy's a jazz saxophonist.
defensive end.
JJ.
JJ Quinn in the Uptown 3 or something.
Everybody's got a great name here. The police prosecutor, who goes by the name of Cameron Francis.
Cameron Francis is a
Cam
great
Fran?
name. Cam
Yeah.
Francisco?
Cammy.
Fran.
He's like, call me Cam.
Cameron Francis said the couple were captured on CCTV moving to
She has a website called OnlyFrans.
Only Cams.
seating in the eastern end of the courthouse public waiting area where Leading straddled Jake James.
Yeah.
And the pair began to kiss, quote, vigorously.
So they're just kissing
At
while
about
she's
what time? When do you think this took place in the courtroom foyer?
103 p.m.
Love it.
3 p.m.
Randy.
So like just after lunch, you've been out and around.
Food coma.
Which is they always say, you always want to have your hearing or meeting with the judge in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Always.
Because he ate.
Because they've eaten and they're happier.
I
if you do it
less
like in the
focused,
morning
too.
and they haven't eaten or they start getting hangry, it's a real thing that public defenders will tell you. They give out more stern sentences in the morning than they do in the afternoon.
Is it wrong for me to want her to have said to him, please come in my chambers?
Stop.
no, not wrong at all.
Can I
That's on brand. If you're going to do this
to me,
here,
it's like, please come
go
in my
all the
chamber.
way in.
Can I tell you?
Give me your gavel.
One of the
Come into my
one of the
chambers.
videos that keeps coming up in my TikTok feed is this one judge who's like so
Oh, he's awesome.
nice, the
yeah.
judge, and he's like
Talking to the old guy about
or to the woman who's like, who's with you in court, and she's like, this is my daughter, and she comes over and she's like, is your mom a good mom? And she's like, yeah, she's a good mom. And she's like, I didn't know about where to park and I had to pick her up from so and so. And he's like, you got 3 other parking tickets. It's the greatest thing. I
It's in
watch. It's like
Jersey.
9 minutes
There's
long.
an old guy. He's like 88, and he's like, well, what are you here for? And he's like, I got a thing saying 7 years ago I went through a red light. And the judge is like, it took us 7 years to find you. And he's like, yeah. He's like, you know what? 7 years. We didn't do our job. And he goes, well, do you remember why you were driving fast? He goes, no, I don't remember. My wife passed away. She goes, oh, she used to make you good food. Oh my God, if my wife was alive, she would bring you lasagna, Your Honor.
I could
she
watch
would bring
this
you
all
lasagna.
Is he angling
And
for a
then-
judge show?
He deserves one. I love this guy so much.
folksy judge.
Yeah,
And then
we're
they
talking
end up-
about the same guy.
Yeah,
I know
100%. We end up finding out. They end up finding out in the courthouse. He's like, yeah, my grandfather used to run a fruit stand, and the judge goes, I believe my father worked for your grandfather.
No way!
Yeah. And then he goes, you know what? Get out of here.
Get out of here.
It's so like you know it's coming. You know that
I hope
he's
he
gonna
treats
do-
everybody like that.
I'm so wary. Like, I know that's real. But everything I watch, I mean, also, I was just gaslit out of my brain. So, like, I don't trust anything.
Which I get
People are like, eat this. I'm like, is it poison?
No.
I'm sort of like,
this.
I can't trust anything. So when I see TikTok videos, even there was that recent one where the little kid, the dad goes, bring me or grab me the buns or something like that, and the little boy goes up and grabs his dad's butt at the grill.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What are you doing?" I like
Think it's staged.
zoom in and be like, "Is
Everything
this
with kids, I think, is staged,
Yeah.
and everything with kids, I tend to not like either. Because I was like, you told them to go spill their cereal, and
I
they don't know
know.
what's real when you're parenting or when we're making a video.
Right.
The kids' videos stress me out.
I know."
No, but this judge,
Unless they're
for
just
some
talking to somebody.
He's probably
For
real.
some reason, the judge. So
Yeah,
to
it's
me, if that judge had caught these two people having sex, I would like to see.
Oh,
him.
you know, he would have made him get married. Do you love her?
Do you love her?
Yeah.
Sex, make
You
sure
get
you-
Are
married
you
right
gonna
now?
stay committed?
Are you
Let's
guys
do
willing to
this.
do it?
I can be the magistrate.
I can do that. I can do this ceremony right here.
He's like, ask for their full name. He's like, we are cousins. They're like, oh.
He
God.
also probably was like, Jake James, you want to change that while we're here? I can change it for you right now.
JJ, you want JJ?
Okay. Oh, wait, what time did you say?
She said 1:03
p.m. What'd you
I
say?
say 10:19 in the morning.
Okay.
9:14 a.m.
Okay. One of you got very, very close.
Mm-hmm.
This took place at around 9:20 a.m.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's go.
Just a little loving.
So she's there for a speeding ticket or some sort of citation
Yeah.
or whatever.
She's about to
and
get
then they
another.
decide, hey, we haven't had sex yet this morning. Let's go down to
Let's
the
go.
east end of the foyer.
I can't let you go in there and be all tense.
The pair
Right.
then
Loosen
began
you
to
up.
have sexual intercourse with leading, caught on camera, lifting her skirt and sitting on her partner and moving up and down. Yeah, we get how it works.
Yeah.
That's the article.
I
You could've
just want to know the details. though.
She
got him.
groaned.
Skirt.
Skirt.
Puts up her skirt and sitting on Jake James's lap and moving up and down on Quinn's lap. The court was told the
To
couple.
people who are walking by, what are they like?
Well, here we go. The court was told the couple stopped what they were doing after they were approached by security, and leading got off of Quinn, who attempted to cover himself.
She doesn't have a problem.
He's out.
He's
She
out
gets
in
He's
the
got to
world.
put
Yeah.
it. He's
He's
got
gotta
to
slide back
this
in.
is the argument for men's skirts.
Kilt.
why not?
Straight
Double
up.
skirts.
Yes.
Kilt it.
So the security guard walks over and is like, "You two, stop, doing that," Right?
Stop
So
it.
they stop.
Stop it.
She disengages.
And he
But
puts
this
back
is before her hearing?
Yes, I know.
I know. She wants to get loose.
The security officer left
to
the
come
area,
first.
and Quinn then exposed his penis again.
No.
And leading adjusted his penis under her skirt, and she sat on his lap a second time,
Oh, no.
facing away this time.
This is the-
Switching
Oh, wait,
it
they
up.
were face to face the first time?
She's
You're not
straddling
hiding it at that point.
Yeah, she's straddling
facing
it.
away, and again started
so
moving
bold.
up and down
That's
on his
so
lap, appearing to engage in sexual
Can we
intercourse.
call that the reverse Santa?
I think it's wrong.
the pair?
I think we could call that approaching
Reverse
the bench.
magistrate.
No, that's a good old-fashioned chair stacking.
Yeah.
The officer,
Time to stack the chairs, honey.
the security officer had left. All right, so they get in section. The pair continued until they were again interrupted by a volunteer court staff member, but continued once again after the staff member left the area
Okay, this is
They gotta
this is
finish.
plenty of times to
for
stop.
a
Or finish.
third time
Or finish.
or finish.
Or finish.
finish.
She's not doing like
You keep going, you're going to have 12 angry men.
For a third time, the couple were approached again by security, and leading quickly stood up and held her arms out in attempt to block the view of the security guard. What are they, a cartoon?
Yeah.
While Quinn attempted to cover himself. She's like, no,
Nothing's
nothing.
happening.
Trying to-
Take a peek.
Nothing to see here. My boobs are up here.
Yeah.
The couple left the waiting area, which was full view. It was full. Sorry,
Waiting area was full of
I got
people?
a comma in the right place.
Full of people?
The couple left the
camel.
waiting area, which was full ahead of a busy court
course,
day.
of
Yes.
course.
Members of the public less than 16 feet away from them.
She was on his docket.
Oh
Okay,
my
come on.
God.
That is so.
I'm not going to wait till
Public.
we're almost near the end of the story. How old do you think these two little sluts are? And I say that with love.
Are
and
they the
Yeah.
affection.
same age, Dan? Same age?
Do we know what they were called then for, by the way?
No.
What's the speeding ticket?
No.
Public and
Oh, wait, I was going to say.
Going too fast.
I will say this.
Peeping Tom.
They are only 1 year apart.
Okay.
So they could have
My
they could have a
guess
time of year where they're the same age.
I'm going 39 and 40.
Okay.
39 and 40. I think they're 27 and 28.
Okay.
20 and 21.
Okay. Jake, James,
JJ.
and Shemeka Julie are. She is 19. He is 20.
There you go.
We'll put this up on the YouTube channel.
Dude, he kind of looks like.
Wait.
That's them.
Wow.
He looks like Gronk, and of course, her picture is her looking like over her ass.
Like she's on a yacht.
Yeah, she's like, who wants?
She's on a love
Definitely,
boat.
like broken into a zoo before.
Yeah.
So is this Australia?
Look at this. This picture. All he says is, "Come on, baby."
Show the pics
Come
of
on,
them.
baby.
Of them doing it. Where's the CCTV?
Oh yeah, that CCTV.
Get that CCTV.
Court TV.
By the way, and that is now going to be a porno.
I know.
You know, like
Oh
that
yeah, court
They'll
sex
get known for that.
court sex.
on TLC. The court was told that they were easily identified by the CCTV cameras, and on June 30th, the couple was issued a notice to appear by police. On Friday, the pair pleaded guilty to the indecent act in any place to which the public are permitted access.
Yes.
And they started hooking
Solicitor
up in the courtroom.
Nathan Boucher said Quinn's actions weren't planned and that the unemployed laborer simply wasn't thinking of how inappropriate their actions were.
Overcome
Wait,
by the
are they
passion.
both unemployed laborers?
I think so. Leading solicitor
She's about
said
to be
the
in
only
labor 9
explanation
months from now.
of the couple's behavior
She got laid off.
was
She got
she got laid up. Had been
some
overcome.
version of that.
They had been overcome with quote an exuberance of youth.
Yeah,
her
this
lawyer
is just
said,
you guys. You can't stop youth. You
Can't
can't
stop
stop two people who are young.
Can't
And
stop the
horny.
body rock.
Yeah.
19 and 19,
I
20
don't
and
know.
horny.
Like,
They don't know better.
We'll get out of here on this. Magistrate Claire Kelly said, in a disrespectful manner, you've taken into the public arena a very private act. The couple was sentenced to 60 hours of community service with no convictions recorded.
So this is one of those things where like you just say, all right, come on, you can't do that here. That's it. You're not like the
Well,
more
they were told
you
3 times.
But the more you talk about like it's a terrible act and two people should only do this in the
Right.
in the darkness of their bedroom.
Now
and
you're like adding
lights on.
layers
you
of
just
shame.
don't want people
Lights
to start
on.
talking to
Also
anything.
lights on.
Right, lights on.
Yeah.
You should only be like dead eyes staring into their eyes. Like the person saying it is like, all right, slow down, slow down.
Hey, now you're putting a lot of your
We're not here to
shit
talk
on
about sex. We're just here to talk about where to not do it.
It should be between you and a woman and
a
a
camera.
goat.
And then you're like a
watching it.
woman, and then you're like, well, okay, no, like just shut up, stop talking.
Like
about it.
anything. Like, this is one of the things
I
you
have
don't
a
want them
hard
to
time
explain.
believing that alcohol wasn't involved, but
Do
it
you
was
think
9 in the
9:20
morning.
I think
Could have
it was
been an
just
all-night-
kids.
Maybe they
I
just
think
are sex addicts.
So I
Soon.
think there's some of that. I bet there's got to be
They definitely
some of
wanted to be caught.
I
That's the
think
other
he's
thing.
just a douche.
He might
and
just be a
she's
douche.
that. And he convinced
impressionable.
her to do
Yeah.
it.
Or she's a douche and he's impressionable. Why?
That's
would
right.
Why
She
assign?
coulda-
Yeah.
Could be either one.
So I
or
kinda
they're
want it
both
to
a
be
couple
her.
of douches in a pod
I
who
know.
love each other.
I think she probably, part of her was like, I want to try this. And he
3
was like,
times.
I'm game.
What if the judge sentenced them
I
to
just-
5 more years in their relationship?
Year 3, they're like, I want to end it. And they're like, nope,
You
nope.
have 2 more years of this.
More years. You wanted to have sex.
all right, that's story number 1.
Story
my
number 1.
friends.
All right, when we come back, we'll find out what Beth is doing, how you can support her, see this great stuff that she's done, and all the great. If you get a chance to see her do stand up, she's at the tippy top of her game. I will say that. We'll let you know what we're doing right after the break. We'll be right back.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show.
Hello.
Before we get into story number 2, Randy and I have a few stand-up dates.
Yeah. I'm not sure when this is going to drop, but I think it'll be before March 4th. We'll be in Lawrenceburg, Indiana, which is right outside of Cincinnati, and Louisville. If you're in that area, come see us at the Lawrenceburg Event Center. It's a humongous room, and it should be really fun. That show, one night only. We usually don't go to that area, so for those who are out there, come see us. At the end of the month, we're going to Phoenix at
That's
Stand
the
Up
end of
Live,
March.
one of my favorite clubs to do, and I love Phoenix, so we'll be there March 30th, 31st, and April 1st. We're going to be at Moon Tower. Then we're going to be in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and we're working on You know, we actually are just said yes to this date in Springfield, Missouri at the Blue Room, happening way in November. We'll be back in Ann Arbor because my daughter got into college there. So we'll be back there in September. And we're trying to put together a couple more. We had so much fun. But maybe a series of a couple of shows with us and some other of our friends up in Alaska, maybe in the fall. We'll let you know when those are coming because we just had such a good time up there. I love that. Nice. Love that place. And Brad Erickson up there, a great dude. All right, Daniel Van Kirk.
Every Wednesday, the Lyric Hyperion Theater, Irene 2 and myself have a show called the Lyric Comedy Hour. That's at 7:30. And then I'll be doing a show in Houston you can keep an eye out for called Would You Rather Comedy. The first one is on March 3rd. Other than that, I'll be in Denver headlining with the Grolix Buddies, and then I have some festival announcements coming up soon. And I think Rory Scovel and I are going to do a big 5-year party, probably in Chicago or somewhere else, to celebrate the 5-year anniversary of Pen Pals.
Great stuff.
But that's out in the ways. Beth?
That sounds fun.
Yeah. Where can people see you and catch you and watch your specials and all that stuff?
You can watch my hour special called Girl Daddy on HBO Max.
So
Amazing
funny
special shot
and
at
so
the
good.
Varsity Theater in Minneapolis.
Last tag by the Sklar.
We had a couple of one tag in there, which I love.
It was a killer tag.
Did it work?
Sealed the deal in the end. Yeah.
Nice.
That's all I care about. Did it work?
I have a half hour on Netflix, but that's kind of old.
Yeah.
I'll be in Telluride for the comedy festival.
Such
Great
a
if you're in
fun fest,
Telluride.
I've heard. Have you been before?
This is my second year.
Do you like it?
Yeah,
Fun?
I mean, I don't ski. I tried it for the first time in my life. Last time I was there.
Oh my God.
And I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm an
it was
athlete.
exhilarating. I'm glad I tried something new.
Yeah, you're good as in like, not I'm a good skier. I'm good. I
Yeah,
don't need
I'm
to do it
glad
anymore.
I tried it.
Yeah, I'm good.
Did a double green and then I'm out.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Next, so yeah, that's next week, I guess, or whenever that is, whenever this comes out. The February 21st, I'll be in San Diego doing a show.
Where are you doing it?
I don't know. I think it's called
American Comedy Company?
It's Belly Up.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Love it.
Awesome.
Solana, technically. And then March 3rd, I'll be in Ann Arbor.
Nice.
The Blind Pig.
Ooh, nice.
Blind
Yeah.
Pig's awesome.
Great. Good for you. I love that you're doing
A rock venue. That's a really cool rock venue. Very, very cool spot. I love
And I
it.
don't know what else because I don't know.
beststelling.com.
Birmingham, it looks like maybe late March.
We'll tell you where to eat in Ann Arbor.
Okay, great.
Enjoy that. But let's get into
Let's do story number 2.
Let's
Why
go.
not?
All right.
Let's do it.
Jay.
Car thieves caught after stopping at McDonald's to get something to eat.
What's wrong with that? You get hungry in the middle of thieving, right?
Yeah, you need some time for
And-
yourself.
An appetite.
In the ramp up to a car theft,
Sure.
you're not thinking about, did I eat
There's
lunch?
probably some anxiety.
Yeah.
Right.
And you pull
I
it
know
off.
this answer. I know this answer, but
Jay, who sent it?
Carly McDermott.
Okay, at
She
She
be Carly.
Carly. Thank you.
of all four of us, would any of you
Steal a car.
Ever eat
have the
McDonald's?
first idea?
Would you steal a car before you ate at
McDonald's?
Yes.
Would you rather steal a car or
have
eat
the first
Oh, I've eaten
idea
at McDonald's.
of how to steal a car?
No,
No.
way. No way.
I've thought about it only because where were we? It was me and Mo Welch and Alana Johnson were leaving Bubs. And in the alley, a guy had just gotten out of his car. He was his door wide open, car running, and he
Well,
just like
now
walked
it's
back
easy.
into his house
Yeah,
through
yeah.
the garage. And I was like,
Let's
We
take
could
it.
take
could
it.
totally take
But-
this
and just
car.
It would be fun to just move it 20 feet.
I thought about just driving it to the end of the alley.
Yeah.
I
And
wouldn't
leaving
get
it
a thrill
open.
out of that.
That would be
You know,
so.
This is why I don't have public sex.
End of the alley though is like a great bit.
Yeah.
End of the alley is like, and then he comes outside, and then you just want to be. Hey, did you see someone do that? No.
No,
I would be like, I think that's where you parked, right? Like I would just have to make that.
So now
started
that-
to roll and I stopped it.
Yeah, look
that
what I
actually
did
happened
for
to
you.
us as kids. My mom ran back into the house and we started, I guess, rolling down the back.
And
my
you were in the
God.
back seat?
Yeah, and a guy ran out of his car, got in, and pulled the emergency brake.
Oh my
God.
hero!
I did that once after an accident for another person, but
Hero. Oh my God, that's crazy.
wild.
And that guy became your father, your stepfather?
I wish. I got a way worse one.
you could count on that first guy though.
Yeah.
Were you doing a podcast with your mom?
Yes. She just commented on Facebook yesterday. She was like, when are we going to do more episodes?
Oh man.
She's still in Ohio. Is she Ohio? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Remember when we hung with your mom in Montreal? And
Yes.
You? It was so sweet.
Also, by the end of the story, I want to know all your McDonald's orders.
Oh, yeah.
If we were going right now.
I can
Double
give that to you in a
cheeseburger.
Keep
heartbeat.
going.
I'm
All right.
sorry.
Car thieves who stole how much worth of luxury cars? This is going to be in.
Wait, do they each have a car? This is like swingers. They each have their
Wait,
own
they
car.
both
They've
going
sold
to the
many. They've
drive-thru?
stole many cars. Not in this. They get caught
okay,
in
okay.
a car, but
Okay.
how much have they stole over time? And this is in British pounds.
British in
In
terms
money,
of money.
though? Okay.
Money. Yeah.
Money.
Worth of luxury cars.
Beth, what do you think?
I wouldn't
I
even.
mean, look, I'm
a worth of luxury
guessing,
car. A luxury
like,
car is 100,000 pounds.
Right.
So
No, more than that, right?
A luxury
cars could be like 400.
right.
So I'm
If they've
guessing
stolen
they've
multiple
stolen over $1 million.
Over $1 million? You say $1 million?
I'm
What
going
do
to
you
say 5 million.
Yeah, I'll go.
How about
I'll
can I?
split
I'll
it.
just say 3.
Okay,
3
you go
million.
3. I'll go 1.
$1 million. All right. Car thief stole $500,000 worth of luxury
Great.
cars.
That's
Okay.
still a
So
lot.
it's still a lot.
It's still a lot.
Still a
Yes,
lot.
5 cars. Easily, or 2.
Footage showed the moment when Rory Fitzgerald, Harry Beresford, and Zachary Shellis,
By the way, all sound like they are judges in the British system.
the Great British
Or
Breakup.
cars named outside of Detroit.
Did you say judges on the Great British Bake Off? Yeah, they could be that too.
Were arrested as they ordered their burgers and fries at the takeaway in Bristol Road in Birmingham.
You got cocky. You're like, this is the.
But isn't it true that McDonald's in other countries is like nice?
Yeah.
I think it's still food.
People
Like, I
feel
don't
they're
know.
like, we should go
They have
there.
rules.
They're like, wait, this
We're like
actually-
they feed us yoga mats.
Yeah, we don't care.
Didn't they say that?
It was
Wait,
bread in Subway.
Subway had yoga
yeah.
mat material in it.
No. Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of good. Up dog, up
That's
dog.
why I'm a Jersey
upward
Mike's
dog.
girl.
I have a downward hot dog.
Police linked the group all from Birmingham to more than how many stolen cars, including
500,000.
VW Golfs. That should
That's
tell you
not a
that
luxury
car.
car.
Well, if
That
it's
should
an
tell you that there's where how you know that it's only 500,000. Mercedes Benzes and BMWs. How many stolen cars?
6?
That's what I was gonna say.
I'm going to say
I guess
12.
I'm not thinking
12.
of math, but
6.
I say 12.
I'll go 10.
Okay. They have been linked to more than 20 stolen cars.
Whoa.
All right.
Okay, so
getting
like
some
1
deals.
Mercedes, 1 BMW, and then a lot
7
of
golf.
A lot of golf.
7 golfs.
Like, should they be arrested for not shooting higher than a Golf?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like
Yeah.
that could be one of their offenses. The men admitted conspiracy to steal motor vehicles and conspiracy to burgle homes between the 28th of June and the 16th of November 2020. That was during COVID, you assholes. And were jailed at Birmingham Crown Court on Friday. Fitzgerald was jailed for... we can
Just say it.
guess. 8 years. Bedford was jailed for 6
Whoa.
years, 3 months. Shellis was sentenced to
8?
5 years and 5 months behind bars.
They should be sentenced to eating McDonald's every day.
That's what I think.
Every day.
That's what
like
I was
you
gonna
should
say.
supersize
You know,
that shit.
one of them wanted to stop and one didn't. And
Yeah,
then,
I was
come
like,
on,
come on.
motherfucker! I
Come
did
on,
that thing
mate.
for you last time. You
Come
needed
on,
that
mate.
birthday card, and we stopped.
hopefully that's the one who got 6 years.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like
Someone
I
got
didn't
8.
want to stop.
I said no.
I said no. Police had been hunting the trio after they were spotted trying to break into garages just before midnight on 17th of November 2020. They drove off empty-handed in a black Peugeot. A Peugeot.
A Peugeot.
These are
I don't
not
know what a
luxury
Peugeot
cars.
is.
I don't know who wrote
I don't
this.
either.
Peugeots
bad.
aren't bad. They're not
Peugeot's
bad.
With a
better.
distinctive
Peugeot is better.
Yeah.
They drove off on a black dog.
space saver wheel on the back. So there's like a spare wheel on the back, so it's like easy to identify the car.
Yeah,
It's
fair
like,
enough.
okay. Traffic patrol picked up the vehicle 30 minutes later and followed it into a McDonald's drive-thru where all 3 were arrested on suspicion of burglary.
3 of them.
Look, if you this is
What's your last meal? Like, what's your meal? Oh,
Yeah.
this is your final meal.
These.
Yeah.
Mickey D's.
I don't know how to pronounce this.
Go
and
for it.
I'm going to sound dumb because I
It's
won't
okay.
know
I do
it.
this
Good.
all
I
the
love
time.
it.
Balaclavas.
Now give it to me.
Baklavas.
No, balaclava.
Balaclavas.
Balaclavas.
Balaclava.
It's the mask.
The mask.
Yeah.
Balaclava.
It's a robber's mask.
A robber's
What?
mask.
Like a ski mask.
And gloves were found in the car. An examination of their phones.
Not a ski
This is
mask,
where they're
but-
dumb. So they're dumb already. They're dumb to go to
Yeah.
McDonald's.
They're posting videos of them stealing cars.
There we go. A video
Oh
on
my
their. They're not
gosh.
posting them, but they're on their phones.
Also,
Yeah.
assist Aaron on the balaclavas, by the way.
All right.
Thank you, Aaron.
Video showed Fitzgerald rummaging through a woman's handbag. This is following a burglary in Aldridge before making off with her BMW. While ransacking the house, they filmed the trio.
Oh.
One can be heard singing, "I don't just take cars, me. I take the big telly," as they steal
He's
a
singing this?
55-inch TV. A 55-inch TV, I'm sorry, is not that big of a TV.
It's pretty big.
It's not that big.
It's not that big, but
It's
it's-
big like
it's
a
big.
fucking Peugeot is a
55 inch.
luxury
I'm like,
car.
is that what I have? I don't know.
You probably have a 55 to
Probably.
60. It's very common.
Yeah, it's-
Yeah.
What size?
I was like, I
mine's
want
insane.
a big TV, and then
I have an-
that's what I got.
I went with 85.
But I don't care.
You have an 85, Dan?
I have an 85.
Dude, I love
inch.
that.
It's my own little movie theater.
Yeah, I
And
love
I have a 70 and it
Love
feels
it.
You
big.
have to
Love
have a
it.
place big enough to sit far enough away.
To
I
way.
sit right
Dan's
up
right
close
in
to
front of it. Nose to...
Close in a movie theater?
No,
No,
God, no.
I can't.
Rory
By the
and
way,
I
did
just
you
had
hear
this
that they're going to now start charging different amounts for
where you
different
Oh,
seats
like
in a
an
movie.
airplane?
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
Different seats.
I'm always
moved in.
middle. Usually like your
That's
J,
terrible.
your J to your L, 19 to 22.
Why would they be doing that when
I-
people aren't already going anyway?
Thank
I
you.
know. Where do you
Like,
sit?
we're going to make it more difficult.
At a theater?
Yeah, what do you like?
Usually like closer to, near the back, center,
Middle.
low left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back center left.
Some people
Not
Is that your
full
politics too?
Yeah. Not full left, like
But center left.
and then maybe
I
jumps
like my
over.
politics like I like my theater seats.
Rory
Back
Scovel,
Back center left.
Rory Scovel just told me he likes an aisle, like on the end. I go,
I don't mind an aisle.
I'm like, you're like this the whole time, looking off.
I'm like center in a little
Front row.
But I'll go
baby.
to movies
Front
with
row.
people.
I'm like
I'll go
this.
anywhere,
I love
really.
it.
You are not.
No, I'm
front
not.
row.
When's the last time you were inside of a movie theater?
A week ago.
a couple weeks ago. Yeah,
Okay,
probably.
good.
Yeah.
Jay, I think like
I
it's
went and
been
saw
like
I did the
6 months.
AMC thing.
I went and saw.
It was a
some
gift where I
friend
go for free.
produced
Three times a week.
documentary
I
type
don't
thing
go.
about the guy who invented the bulletproof vest.
Really?
It was pretty interesting.
Wow. That's an amazing thing.
I have
He's
a
like a
documentary.
pathological liar, but
We've
no
done.
way.
We've
That's
done,
great, too.
So
Yeah.
we've done stories on Dumb People Town of two just like dudes in
Idiots.
Arkansas who
They
put
wanted
on
to
bulletproof
practice
vests and just
start
shot at
shouting
each
at
Prove
other.
they
Yeah.
worked.
Yeah, I mean that's what this guy did. He would. That's how he got like to be one of the biggest. I can't think of his name.
Yeah.
Did he figure it out?
But he kept on shooting himself. But it was all based on what appears allegedly like a lie. And it just there's a lot around it. I mean, they work, but then
Sure, yeah,
like
yeah.
it's
They
an
don't
interesting
work.
story.
Like, you definitely want the person who developed your bulletproof vest to be somewhat trustworthy.
Well, that's
little
the. I
bit.
agree,
It's a lot
and they
of
worked
trust.
for a while. It was just the deeper tale was so interesting that it was basically the classic tale of dumb son seeking father's approval.
Always this
There's
is
like footage, like, and his dad was like a war vet, like real tough, and
right.
there's footage that's very strange between
Really?
them.
Ooh.
Yeah,
See, this is
Is this
good. I
outlined?
want to see
Daddy
this.
issues.
What
What's
is
it
it called?
called?
Shot through the heart?
I don't know. I should look it up.
Shout to
There was
her.
one thing I wanted to look up too because my friend Jordan lives in Milwaukee, and they're called like it's not Venga Boys, but like something Honda Boys. They steal cars.
They steal cars.
Yeah, the Honda Boys.
There's something in Milwaukee going on right now where like
Really?
The
Yes.
Honda Boys.
So this
That's
the
not-
article
They think there's a
says.
serial killer in Chicago right now.
Called the Honda Boy?
The police said after being arrested in the drive-thru, we initially charged them with 3 offenses, but the full scale of their offending became clear when we analyzed their phones.
That's it.
Don't take a video of
yeah,
this
if you're
shit.
doing it,
Don't
why
do
do
it.
you need
the
the
Kia
video?
Boys.
The
in
Kia
Kia
Milwaukee.
Boys.
Kia Boys. They broke into homes for keys to high-performance cars like VW Golfs. You have
Again,
to stop
not
saying
a
that VW
high-performance
Golf
car.
is a
Maybe
high-performance
in
car.
Europe it is.
It's a
No,
good
you can
car.
soup them up,
It's
but
a
they don't
good
come
car.
standard as.
Yeah.
The electric
The weight
version is
distribution on
nice.
them is
fine.
great.
No victims were confronted, but they caused damage to homes, worries for victims, and lots of inconvenience. Yeah, police recovered 12 of the stolen cars, including 1 VW Golf. I'm just kidding.
It was
one of-
filled with wrappers from McDonald's.
That's right.
Oh yeah, I want to know everybody's.
We'll
order.
get our orders when we finish this up. Last line here. 2 of them are Mercedes-Benzes taken from the same Bromsgrove, Worcestershire driveway on October 2nd, 2020. They took 2 cars from one driveway. All right, let's get into,
They flew
before
too
we get
close
out
to
of
the
here.
sun.
Yeah.
This is for you, Rand. Before we get out of here,
Ooh, Rand's up
what
first.
is, Beth, I'm assuming you haven't been to a McDonald's maybe ever. Or
No, I mean I used to.
What was your order? What's your order?
I mean, obviously breakfast is best.
The best. Sure.
And their hotcakes are good, and I love like an egg and cheese biscuit.
Yeah, I go
Ooh,
biscuit
yeah.
too.
But my meal
Your
order,
adult
like after
dinner
like
meal,
a
yeah.
game in high school or something like that, we
Yeah,
would
or you're on
sometimes
the
go-
road and you have no other options.
Yeah, it would be the 2 cheeseburger meal.
2
no
cheeseburger
pickles.
fries,
no pickles.
no
2
pickles.
cheeseburger meal, no pickles. I love pickles separately, and their pickles were always so
tart,
old and
very-
soggy.
oh.
And
They do have a different
Floppy.
thing.
You don't want
yeah,
to.
just on the sandwich is different.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do pickles on a sandwich, I want it to be a crisp dill.
Crunchy, thank you.
Like, and at like a deli.
Like you get a good Cubano. Like
A good, oh yeah, I'm
I
down
love
with it.
pickles,
I
just-
never was, but now I'm kind of like that on with the on the ham. I'm in it.
Yeah.
Mine is a 20-piece McNugget
You are
and barbecue
insane.
sauce. It's insane because I know it's like not.
But like if
Like
right now
gelatin.
today we get done and you were having a who gives a fuck day, you would still go get.
I would
that.
go 20-piece McNugget and fries, and I'd be like,
I
give me
love the
honey
honesty.
mustard and give me barbecue sauce because whatever they put in those things, like to me, it's all about dipping it in that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, a
But-
vehicle for that. I
yeah.
loved ketchup so much growing up, and I still love ketchup. But as an adult, I'm more aware than ever that it's basically sugar sauce.
Yeah,
Sugar, yeah.
But it's interesting how much I love
So
it.
good.
I love
God
it too.
damn, it's good. Dan,
Also
what's your
love a
order?
good mustard. You know, I'll be honest.
Quarter pounder with cheese.
I used to be. I used to
Thank
love
you.
them. I used
Okay,
to
what is
house
it?
Big Mac?
I'll go a double cheeseburger, no onion. And the reason I go double cheeseburger instead of quarter pounder is it's way easier to Don't you hate when you're about to tell comics something they're going to make fun of you?
Yeah, I love that, Dan.
wait-
You're like, Dan, you're the master of. Let me tell you the better way to do
No,
this.
for me, because it's so much easier to take off one of the buns, and then I just eat half the bun with the other stuff. So I'm
love
like
it.
saving a little bit there.
It's gotta have. It's
Dan,
gotta be a trick.
You're trying to be healthy by going to
And
McDonald's.
then
we understand.
I used to go grilled cheese or grilled chicken.
I'm
There's
like,
no more grilled chicken.
grilled
at
chicken.
any
Why are you going
McDonald's.
grilled chicken at
I
McDonald's?
just because
So
they.
I'm
I think
talking about if we're on the road and you're like,
Dan.
fuck, I got
it was
to.
basically like pink liquid that they put in a mold.
Yeah, I know. I stopped.
you mean the
stopped.
the
And then
stuff that.
painted grill marks on
Yeah.
it.
So, but if I can get 2 sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits,
You're happy.
Also take half of those off, and then give me a double cheeseburger, because I don't know. The
right.
fries are
So
too good.
for-
I won't stop eating
do
them.
a
For
documentary
years
on that artist.
in New York in the 90s, in 1994, 5.
You're walking in.
It was
They
still
had
beef.
they had something called the Arch Deluxe. I don't know if you remember the Arch Deluxe
No.
burger at McDonald's, and it had mayo on it. It was so good.
Yeah.
It
Like,
was
it's
so
almost like
good.
French.
It was like
There's something about it that feels
I'm
like.
am I
Had lettuce.
French
Is it an
Canadian.
Arch
Maybe
Deluxe
had
day?
lettuce.
Like, are we at like? Is it
The Arch
that?
Deluxe was somewhere between a
Am
quarter
I
pounder and a
dressed
Big
nice
Mac.
enough?
I'm sorry.
for my
Am I
Arch Deluxe?
embarrassed right now? What is happening?
I'm like, am I dressed nice enough to have the Arch Deluxe? I would ask myself that a couple times.
And wait, would you get 1 or 2 of these?
I would get one, and I do think
Was it just a cheeseburger, but it was mayo?
cheeseburger
I think it was
with
between a quarter
mayo.
pounder and a Big Mac. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
somewhere
and it,
between.
and it
there.
had lettuce, and it was so good, and onions.
Special box.
Special box.
I knew it had a special box.
So I think their fries are really good, and
Oh,
they're
I
still
love
really
them.
good. The
Yeah.
fries are really
They're
good.
Coca-Cola
Meat in
too.
them.
The Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
All of it's
Oh,
good.
okay.
God damn, this like they
they're
douse
I'm
this.
in and out all the way.
In and out all the way.
I love In-N-Out, and I'll be there a
I like
lot,
Shake
and I'm
Shack,
down.
too.
Yeah. I
See,
like Shake
there you go.
Shack.
All right. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I have to pee so bad I'm getting chills.
So we're going to take a break. You go pee, and we'll be right back. And when we come back, I'm just going to tell you we got a woman doing maybe the greatest thing ever during a sobriety test. We'll be right back with Beth Stelling and more Dumb People Town right after this.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
All right, guys, welcome back to the show. I'm going to bring us home. I got a third story. Beth Stelling is with us. BethStelling.com.
That's
Follow
right.
her on
Yeah, your
social.
social stuff is fantastic. All the old clips of the stand-up and whatnot
thank
is
you.
just great. at
Take us
Beth
home,
Stelling.
Randy Sklar.
I will take us home. Okay, and we'll put this
Which
video.
is funny because we always end by going back to work. So I should say take us back to work.
I'll take you back to. I'll take you to the point because we've all been in writers' rooms
you're
where
working from home.
this is what we describe the show. It's like a writers' room where before you want to really start working, everyone's like, "Oh, have you seen
Have you
this?
seen this crazy
Have you
video?"
seen this thing?" And then you're riffing about that, and then you're like, "Oh shit, we got to get back to work." So that's what we say at the end of every show. Here we
Some
go.
Really stick. Pete just texted me like 2 days ago. Remember when you said?
That feels good.
That's a good one. That's
I
a
said
great
Chris D'Elia looks like Mr. Burns.
one. Okay.
That is.
That is actually,
Accurate.
I've
So
never heard
accurate.
that ever.
Yeah.
Sent in by
Yeah.
Reagan at Regante13. I don't think we've ever had this person
No,
sent in.
I've
Thank you,
never-
Regante13.
Former President of the United States of America,
That's
Ronald
right.
Reagan's handle.
Well, all right.
okay.
Good
Deputies.
impression, a good timely impression. Very
Well, I
clear.
mean, contextually, it
Wait,
was.
what was it? Nancy and I are still looking for the other half of my head.
Well, I don't remember. Okay, so
that is
I think it was
wild.
Mrs.
Okay.
Doubtfire, right?
That is
Thank you,
bizarre.
Mr. Doubtfire. Deputies
They
released
Doubtfire.
Deputies released video of a Florida woman doing Irish folk dance during sobriety test.
So at that point, you're like,
wow.
I'm going to lose,
Well,
so I'm going to go out swinging.
or you're so drunk, you have full-on drunk confidence. You have. Let
You're
me
like,
show
this
you
will
how,
show them
let
how
me-
in control I am
Yeah,
if
let me
I
show
pull
you
off
how
this Irish.
sober I am.
Yeah, this
But
Irish.
everybody
dude.
looks drunk Irish dancing.
Yeah, they tried to commit Michael Flatley to a
You're like,
halfway
"Well,
house during
pull
his.
him over.
I mean, yeah, they go hand in hand, really.
So there's the great clip from Reno 911,
Right,
which is
that
one of my
everybody
favorite
thought
ones.
was real for so long.
It's
It's
one
the
of my favorites.
funniest.
It's pretty much the funniest thing on the planet.
It is.
The
Like,
actor who
plays
plays
the
the drunk
guy.
guy. Was like the perfect amount of like.
what if
you
I
know,
do
the
a
fit in.
kickball chain and then I do
Yeah.
a barrel kick and then I go spin it over that way and go ha? She's like,
Wendy just going.
Wendy's-
"And okay, how am I?
Wait, but then what are you
Wait.
doing? And then she gets.
she's like that's pretty good. Are you a dancer? He's like, oh no, I'm just drunk.
That was the best part.
Just a brilliant,
so good.
classic
like that.
comedy
This
bit.
is what I would
That
do. I would
show is
reference.
so good.
I would reference that if I were these.
I mean, that
cops
and every Swordson. What are you doing down here, Terry? What are you guys doing down here? Oh, we got called here. Oh, I got called here too. When he runs across the park in roller skates, when he's in rollers.
running. A sheriff's office in Florida has just a sheriff's office in Florida.
That's enough. That's all you
Where
need.
is it?
Be specific.
It's in Florida.
Yeah.
This is in Pinellas County, Florida. Okay, has released footage of a woman who performed multiple ballet and Irish folk dance.
So they
moves.
let her go. At a certain point, they were letting. It was
what
a
else?
toddler.
Like,
It's
This is
a
our
toddler.
Christmas video right now.
They're like, we're gonna just count this.
Yeah.
As
What else
20
you
hours
gonna wear
of
yourself
community
out?
service. Thank you.
during a roadside.
She gets hired for the
How many
policeman's ball.
calories did she burn, Dan?
Deputies with the Pinellas Sheriff's Office said the suspect, identified as a woman from Madeira Beach,
Okay.
we'll guess her age in a minute,
Okay.
had rear-ended another vehicle roughly 1 mile from her home on April 27th. When deputies arrived, they said the driver showed several signs of impairment, including bloodshot, glassy eyes, dilated pupils, and a willingness to get up and shake it. No, that would be that. If that was in there, I'd be like, why aren't we doing that? When asked to walk the line, the woman struggled to follow instructions and was unsteady on her feet, almost falling, arrest
But
documents said.
Dan, you're right. In her mind, she's like, I'll show
Let me
them.
show you.
Let me,
how-
no,
Let
no,
me
no.
show
Let
you
me
how
get. I'm gonna
sober
get
I
you.
am.
It's like when Carl Lewis sang the national anthem and like completely screwed up, and I was like,
That
I'll get you back.
confidence.
Like, no, you won't.
Uh-oh.
No, you will not get them back.
I'm saying, whenever I
forgot
wasn't
about
like
that.
kicking
Do you
people
know
out of
that? Do you know the Carl? Oh,
well,
I'm
I'll
getting it
show it
right
to you
now.
after
Yeah, get it. You
Is he a
play it.
singer?
No, Carl Lewis
no,
was
the
a
Olympian.
track
Right.
athlete.
That's what I mean.
So
like,
he got
I knew
hired
who he
to
was.
sing.
So when Carl Lewis is like,
If I just type in the word Carl, the first thing that comes when I think is Carl Lewis. National
that's right. Okay,
Of course, because you two love this. It's also
here it is.
worthy of all the love. It's insane.
when it gets there, I'm
Okay.
But
But I'm
yeah,
just
he
saying-
was one of the greats. I remember him from.
he was. Not
He's one of the greatest
singers.
track athletes in our history.
Yeah.
When I wasn't kicking couples out of the bathroom having sex, the amount of conversations I would have with drunk people to be like, no, you can't. Like, I can stay.
Not starting out good. He's
Well, he started out strong.
okay. No one
Don't
asked
go
you to do
there.
this.
You
You're
don't
not.
need to
You're
go
not
there.
Marvin Gaye.
Say, can you see
You're like, okay, he's got it. Nope.
Uh-oh.
He said, uh-oh.
That's every.
I'll make up for it now. No, you won't.
the land of the free?
Couldn't go there.
He's like, no.
There are basketball players biting, their
Eating
warm-up
their
jerseys.
clothes.
Oh my God!
Land
To be fair,
of the free.
That was more of
the-
a highlight reel.
That was
of
a
it.
highlight reel. It gets it's
All
bad.
right, when asked to walk the line, the woman struggled to follow instructions and was unsteady on her feet, almost falling. Arrest documents said the newly released video, the deputy administering a field sobriety test, can be heard giving the suspect instructions. At one point, the woman responds and says, "Yeah, well, you sound like my ballet coach."
This is her trying to steer the conversation towards her being a dancer.
Yeah, something tells me you don't still have a ballet coach, right? You're a little old to be in ballet, lady.
This is like when you're on a first date and you try to gear the conversation towards things that you are comfortable talking about.
What are you gonna order? I don't know. Ever since I was little, I've loved cats.
Yeah.
Wait,
oh,
what are
oh my
we-
God,
how did
I
it
love
come
cats.
here?
I love cats too. And then you're off to the races. So she's trying to be like, oh, here, can I tell you a true story?
Yeah.
This is real.
Sure.
So I used to be a federal agent, and my boss, Jack Phillips, told me that to get out of any sort of like speeding violation or whatever, don't ever say like, hey, I'm a federal agent. Don't show your badge. The one thing they would say is like, keep your ID with your badge. So then you have to show your badge to take it. You have to show your
when you
badge
open
to
it
take
up
ID.
and they see that
But
there's
one
a
of the things
badge.
he would always say is what she just did, where
You
if they were
sound like my boss down
"You
at
sound
the
like my
federal
boss.
agency.
You sound like my boss. Or you'd be like, you know what? My brother-in-law is always telling me the same thing. And then the cop will go, who's your brother-in-law? And be like, oh, he's a police officer in Madison or whatever. And like, oh, your family. Like, that's how you drop it in.
You drop it
so
in a
She
little-
is doing this perfectly. Being like, you sound like my ballet teacher.
coach.
All right, so
Coach,
the woman,
Dan,
the
coach.
woman then took 5 steps along the line before transitioning into a ballet sequence. She took 5 steps along the line.
And you know the police officer like, okay,
She's like,
now
you know
we're...
what this imaginary line reminds me of? the bar at ballet class. Not the bar I was just at, because I wasn't at a bar.
Different bar.
That's a bar that I have done a lot of performing at.
You mind if I lean on this while I...
That wasn't the exercise that I was demonstrating, the deputy says. Without responding, the woman then leaps into what appears to be an attempt at folk dancing mixed with
Martial arts?
Hey,
Folk dancing?
you know how like most people when they're doing ballet, you go to like the
folk dancing.
the what is it?
You start in fifth.
The Bolshoi
Yes.
in Russia and Moscow.
Right. First
you go
or
to
fifth
the
position,
famous
depending
company.
on-
They just immediately after they're dancing and playing and pas de bourrée and all that other stuff, they'll then just go right into folk dancing.
Of course, yeah.
The sheriff office said the woman later refused testing, which marks the second time she refused a test after a separate incident in Pinellas County on March 3rd.
But
Deputies
what-
also said they found...
Wait, what was your question?
I'm just saying, like, it's so interesting that you can refuse to test.
Oh, you should always refuse.
I mean, definitely, but why are you allowed? I mean, that's the part that's so strange to me. Like, definitely refuse.
Yeah, definitely refused.
But then you're going to court.
because it's only probable cause, or it's like they don't have a warrant for you to do it.
Here's what allowed
So that's
them
why
to
you
then...
can refuse.
And
if
then
they have
what,
a
you're still
warrant,
going to get the DUI later?
most lawyers will be able to get you at least like a work permit driving, but you could literally look into a camera and go, I'm so drunk right now, right? Into their dash cam or body cam.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you don't blow, any lawyer will be like, Your Honor, he thought he was just whatever they wanted to say or hear to get this over with. He was just trying to comply with. Like, you can lie around anything.
Here's something she
So
said
if
for
they
the
don't have a
number,
warrant-
except for the number that comes out when you vote.
Here's
which
something
you will
she
usually have
couldn't
to do by the...
Dan, here's something she
station,
couldn't
but-
deny. Deputies said they also found a white
Don't drink
foam
and drive
cup
at all.
containing a light yellow liquid that smelled of alcohol in the center cup holder of the woman's car.
Oh, she had a roadie.
You can't have a one
She had a
for the road.
She had a little cocktail roadie.
She
What,
was
did she up in
charged
my
with
cabin?
Mountain Dew and vodka.
Is this
Driving
my
under the
stepmom?
Parrot
She's in
Bay.
Orlando.
Parrot Bay and Mountain Dew.
Driving under the influence, property damage, so she damaged property
For sure.
and refusal
She's
to
like, I clipped one mailbox.
Why is
and
that
it was
bad?
doing an Irish jig.
What is the problem?
I
Let me
may
get
have
my
done more
shoes.
damage dancing.
Let me get my... I can't dance in
I'm
these
going to
shoes.
try and get a video of this woman dancing because I really
Oh, you
want it.
haven't? We'll also put it up on the YouTube.
Do it.
love
Hold on,
her
let me get
for
it going.
trying.
There's like a commercial at first. Okay, here she is. Let's
Ooh,
get
wow.
it. Here she goes.
This is a treat.
We'll put this up on the thing. Come on, you. Come on, you.
right.
Anyway, let's see. While this is coming up, I want to find out from you guys, how old do you think she is?
I've
It's
been
more of a
fooled
Karen
before,
than a
so
Kim.
I'm thinking 24.
24.
Here she goes.
A Kim is a... Oh, it's probably locked.
Oh, there she goes. She's dancing. Oh, there's the Oh, there it is.
Oh,
there
my
we go.
God.
I'm going to be
And
honest, not that good.
She's
Dan,
This is very funny.
it is great. And there's
Do you
part
think
of
when
it-
she got done, the cop was like, you're going to Hollywood?
If you wanted to, if she was, I think it would have behooved her to make it a little more sexual.
well, yeah. She's.
I also love that they really gave her the floor. They
were-
really like stepped back and
Here
said, this
she
is your
like
time.
that.
What if you got another flashlight and was like,
Okay, now she's doing folk dancing, and she's dude. She did do a little bit of
Where's
a
this
move.
cop going?
Bit of a
Get back
jig
on.
there.
Get back on her. What are you doing right
man?
there? And then she's doing a little bit of a jig.
Oh my god.
Oh my God! This is like Jay said. This is the Christmas company Christmas party at the precinct.
This is their video that they run.
I think she did try to sex it up a little bit
She
there at
did,
the end.
and she's actually not that. She did show some. My daughter takes ballet.
She's
She did-
wavy. She looks like she's trying to get me to go into a car wash.
So I think what this was is a bit of a trip into a dance move.
Oh yeah, and
Like
she
I
is.
think she's trying to do the line and can't, so she's gonna dance the line.
She's gonna
The thing we're
dance.
missing out on is whatever song she's singing out loud while
She's gonna try and dance
Dan,
into
what
our hearts.
song do you think it
We're
is?
gonna end on
Oh, yeah,
this.
how old?
How old?
do you think
Oh, yeah.
that get? Now that you've seen her, how
She's
old?
all about that bass. No treble.
I'm gonna
no
go
treble.
36 years old.
36
Wow,
years
I went
old.
24.
24. Jay, what do you think?
I'm gonna say she's 47.
Okay, 47. Get your answers
right.
in, townies. Beth Stelling, it's been just a joy to
Well,
have
A
you on the show.
treat to have you here.
I love it. I love hanging with you every time.
You guys are sweet.
This gal, dancing it up, just going from not being able to walk the line to a ballet move into folk dancing. Said this guy reminded her of her ballet teacher.
Lordess of the dance.
Which, like Dan, you said, it's not going to help you in any way, shape, or form. Like, just because you remind of the ballet teacher doesn't then get you out of anything.
Right.
My ballet teacher is also a federal agent. Like,
there
then
you
you're
go.
fine.
Now you're out of it.
She is 38 years old.
What the heck?
Hey,
That's how we do
now.
it. 38. By the way, looks great for 38 and is kicking ass. Like, whatever. Let her
She
dance
still
it.
got the moves.
She was on point, as it were.
There you
That
go.
is
She was.
too old to be drinking and driving.
That is.
True.
I mean,
End
any
point.
ages,
Any
but
ages.
End
It was,
point.
it was too old to be singing The Weekend while she was.
That's
I feel it coming.
I feel it coming. There
she
you
was
go.
like, "May the road rise
To meet you.
So funny.
I love it. There you go. That is the show, guys. We love you so much. Thanks for listening. Thanks for joining us
Watching.
on this journey.
Tune
Thanks for
in.
watching on All Things Comedy's YouTube page. And oh shit, we got to get back to work.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.